welcome to the UnGrowing. UnGrowing is, I don't know how to explain UnGrowing. UnGrowing is many things. I was talking to Freak 2 this morning, and we're talking about the idea of growing and how many layers there are, right? And before we started this officially, I talked about like being an adult comes with, when you were small, right? You say, oh, when I grow up, I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be that. Your parents will be looking at you and they'll be smiling. And you think that they're actually telling you that, you can do whatever you want to be. They're not like, who would never blow this one? And I think many of us grow up, right, wanting to be adults so much. Yes. Forgetting to enjoy those things, those simple things. And then we get older. Well, I don't think my brother has this problem. But everybody, if you know my brother, you understand. I don't think my brother has this problem. But for me, right, you grow up, and then you realize that you were chasing this ideal of adulthood, and you didn't really enjoy your childhood. And I'm speaking from somebody that was pretty free as a child. I was the talkative. I was the, I was. If you knew me, you knew me. I'm not saying I've really changed that much. I think one of the biggest compliments I still get is, Mister, you still laugh like you are in preteen, so that's children's church for this thing. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I've grown old. And I really want to preserve, this part of myself for as long as I can. I want my kids to see it. I want their kids to see it. Yes. I don't mean I want to be anyhow, but yeah. See pieces there. She's happy. But I want that you have the ability to kind of like distress and realize that at the end of the day, this life that we have is not as deep as you are thinking it. Like that. It's important that everything you do is good, and it's, but like, take care of yourself, have fun. Bouncing castles. Like that's a word. Like, I thought somebody would, okay, I said no snapping, so so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be listening to stories of poets, and we're going to be taking it backwards, right? The idea of UnGrowing is getting in touch with your younger self. So I thought, it's growing backwards, right? So why don't we listen to everything backwards? Oh God, I forgot my hat. Please get me a Hello Kitty hat. Thank you very much. I forgot my hat. Thank you very much. Yes, everybody is like this. So I cannot flaunt my own. It's the other way. Okay, sorry. It's. No, I feel like I have like this jaw. Like it was where my head. Okay, I'm like this. Yes, because that Missa wouldn't be Missa if it wasn't like that. So I would like to do the first poem. When I die, and okay, just give me a second to pull this stuff up. Okay, so this is going to be a little weird, right? Today, we gather in memory of a husband, father, a brother, a friend. He was indeed homely, a backbone of the community, and had the most contagious joy. So today, we do not mourn. We celebrate a life well lived in service of God and humanity. However, before we proceed, let us listen to his final words as presented by one of his grandchildren. I am the grandchildren. When I die, it'll be okay if you cried. Puffy-eyed, shivering hands, I will be glad that the beautiful pain that birthed me was present in my passing. When I die, it will be great if you laughed. Hot tears, snot water falling down your face with a painful joy that clogged my mother's heart. When I die, I want to be remembered as poetry, as oxymoron, as the cup that poured out an ocean, as the man unafraid to be a boy, to love like a newborn, to cry without shame, laugh unprovoked, hunger without end. I want to be remembered as the boy with wild hair, dreamy eyes, and explosive joy. When I die, it will be okay if you cried, laughed, puffy eyes, no snuffed, sent off with the painful joy that marked my birth with a headstone that reads Missa, the man that returned the way he came. When I die, I want to be remembered as the man who lived untainted. That's pretty much it. I know, right? Like people are subversive. Like, yeah, I think you're waiting for something. But yeah, I really do mean that. And so in the next 5 seconds, yes, I'm not even joking. Like in the next 5 seconds, I would love for us to bring on stage this very powerful woman, a TV present. That we are running to TV. Yes, now. You are already there. Yes, we are speaking as a radio presenter, a multi-talented somebody in the media. I'm telling, see, see, right. If there's something I am quite sure of, right, is that for the thing I want to do with art, right, I want to be like that behind the scene kind of person, doing things that's enabling other artists to kind of create unique experiences and everything. I'm telling you, low key, it will still show up. I'm just letting you in on the secret. So when you see me blow, you know that, oh, we were there. We paid for the online this thing, you understand? But that you would know her in the media space. I see somebody that has a drive for that. And let's just welcome Treasure TDK.
Hi, I'm Treasure TDK. I am naughty, crazy, creative. Yeah. Lover of darkness and everything dark, but bright as the sun. By the grace of God. It's only Jesus. Jesus is the only light in me. Every other thing is dark, and I love dark space. Don't tell my pastor that, please. So it will not stop me from going on stage to minister. Okay. I'll be doing a poem today. I like how you titled it, because I sent the title and then you said The Future's Past. Yeah. I like that. Shows who really owns. We're drinking from your well, sir. God bless you, sir. Amen. No. That was save day. Okay, so I'm doing... Wow. No, voila. I'll come and stay in the BQ first. Okay, so The Future's Past... I don't know how to explain the poem. Maybe I should just go ahead. In case you are confused, welcome to my world. Okay. And then I don't have background music, so welcome again. Wow. Change is triggered when perspective appears. She's constant, stubborn, approachable, but reproachable. She lives and let live. She dies never. For death befriends her, even to its very end. She's the becoming that always becomes. Change. Take me to a place where perspective is beauty, where love and pain exist in solace and not in retrograde, where nature finds rest in the cries of a newborn child, where sound is only vibrations of stories told in holy reverberations, where touch is extreme in still sensitivity. This is where I've been, where I am and always will be, me. comfortable in my own skin, unaware of the mild kiss and insane bliss of verbal warmth and spiritual paranoia. In that place of darkness and mysteriousness blooms a gigantic sequoia. Take me to a place where ghosts are fantasy images created by our imaginations to satisfy fateful illusions, where my eyes were open to see past lifetimes without questions to past and present reasoning, where dreams were like me in an alternate universe, unaware of being seen, where my heart was and is sometimes afraid to be. Take me to a place of careless abandon, sweet innocence and naivety. Here was where I was born, and here was where crazy and broken met creative and had a baby me. In my little eyes, I could see the future today, a future that stands before you today, more confident of my nonsense, which happens to make sense to like minds. My open eyes are blind and truly open when they are closed to see. So I charge you this day to close your eyes like me, and like in the ages past, just before you cried out and Mother and Nature celebrated your naked birth. Close your eyes so you can really see the light that is you and me, aware of being free, stripped naked, no garment of lies, will conceal what is written within you and me. The past has found its present in the future. Best believe. That's one. Thank you. Thank you. What's up for you? It's part of the deal. This one is, like I said, is unrelated. There are times where I just write, and I sometimes don't even understand why I write. It's just very crazy. This perspective poem, I wrote it crying. Most of my best pieces I wrote in tears. I don't know why, It's when, out of frustration. So Misa told me about this meeting, and I told him, okay, no problem, I'll be ready. And every time he sees me, remember, is this date, is this time? And I'm like, okay. And I had nothing. I picked up my paper and biro to write, and it was still blank. And I don't like to write anything except at least a word drops. So one of the days I was overwhelmed with work. I was at the office, and everything was just really annoying. And I had finished screaming at some of the people working for me, or working with me, and they were all angry, and I was also upset, and I stormed out of the office, and I'm like, I can't do this. I ran into the auditorium, pacing left, right, and center like a mad woman, and I started crying, and I said, perspective. And I started writing what you all just listened to today. That's the history of that poem. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so this one is Water. It's called Water. We still don't know you. I need you to listen, especially the ladies here. There's a reason why. If you connect with Water, totally listen. If you're a guy and you connect with Water, please listen, because before people go and say, I'm not a feminist, so in Jesus' name, amen. All right, so Water, we still don't know you. We've seen your curves and edges. We've seen how you submit to the will of the wind. We see how you dance to the tunes of breeze and wave in total surrender, revealing some parts of you that we love to see. Camera flashes light for that moment. Eyes burn with desire, and bodies feel that tender rush at the sight of your beauty. Even the internet knows this. But when you are angry, everyone keeps off. Even the shores can't contain your fullness. Your subtle touch of rage can bring the biggest ship to their bottom. Friends like man who calls through your beautiful deep can testify to your raging waves. You flood our lands and flush our debt. You honor our dead and bury them as seeds so they grow in their breeds. Water, don't go fighting with the wind. You create a storm that will only destroy. Water, I still don't know you. You hold so much inside, creature that have never been seen with the naked eye. For every time we think we dive, we find at least one new thing about you we never knew. Your study is never ending. When we think we figured you out, you inspire us with a new you just to keep us on our toes. It should be so. How many times have we said you're beautiful inside out, yet you look for ways to make you better? You are colorless, yet you ooze a certain aura that we relate to. Blue, green, red, black, dark, transparent and pure, yet you can be as dirty as the word. All the dirt you have come to know was put in there by people you opened yourself to. They do it because they don't know how to take care of you. They don't know that you live, but they don't know you purify yourself too. So make do. Whenever dirt is thrown at you, heal and purge yourself of it. Don't take it in. We need you clean. You preserve our world. All the grains send their greetings. Water, I still don't know you. We've tried to change you with the diversities of our taste buds. Some of us want you sweeter. Some of us want you tastier. But you are just you, water, that everyone wants to taste of. Man can't do without you. The way you quench thirst, though, no one can do it like you do. Ask man, he can't live without you. His hands are by himself. He can only stall in fasting, but will only die without you. Unstable you are, yet satisfying you can be. Water, you are like the Spirit of God, the very essence of life. Without you, we cannot come to be. With you, we have the majority. You are everywhere, running through our veins, up in the sky, down in the ground. Woman, I still don't know you. I've seen your curves and edges. I see how you submit to the wheel set before you. We see you dance to the tunes of free will and cave in total surrender, revealing some parts of you that we always love to see. Camera flashes light for that moment. Eyes burn with desire, and bodies feel that tender rush at the sight of your beauty. Even the internet knows this. But when you are angry, everyone keeps off. Even the house can't contain your fullness. Your subtle touch of rage can bring the biggest system down to its knees. Friends like man who course through your beautiful deep can testify of your raging waves. Woman, we still don't know you, but you do too. Rather, but you don't too. I mean, when you know you will know you are not to be compared to anything else. You don't have to fight to be heard. Just be like the waters. Quench thirst. Take to destination. Contain your world and surrender to the will of God. Thank you. All right.
No stories. Okay. Okay. I kicked myself in the mouth. Um. So I don't know if you know, right? So backstory: I am the firstborn in my house, right? And I have this saying that God knew what He was doing, because if I was last born. Okay, so let me just bring the person that will kill. Okay, no, the person that will kill me the second most. Shema, stand up. So me, my beautiful, wonderful, darling sister. We might go. If you keep on bragging like this, that darling will go reduce and small. So I told you this, right? I want you to be free today, right? And that's kind of like the poem I'm going to be doing. Now I'm just saying, be free except in your bowels, please, please. Thank you very much. But yes, I want you to be free. But I also realized that there's such an oxymoron to freedom, right? Yes, it's like this is like the most poet thingy to say. Like, I wish this poem is not so deep, but I know you will probably not know it's so deep. So I'm telling you before time. So while you're dancing, probably you will be crying because you're like, hey God, this thing is deep. Oh, this thing is deep. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So I think we are good to go. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, it's going to be amazing. Just trust me. You say, Miss, I know they do things way, make sense. Are you talk, sing.
I should sing.
Yes.
I should just be singing.
Just sing. Show off your voice. When you're
no,
in
people
the
should
house.
calm down first.
Okay, wait first. Before the whole thing starts, when I'm making phone call, peace knows. When I'm making phone call, my sister will just come out.
I do not
and
do
start
it intentionally.
singing Maverick City. She
No.
go just there.
Yes, but I do not do it intentionally. Ah. Love is a sweet thing.
Okay,
Don't
but
worry.
she will just dey sing for back. Peace go just dey shout. Why is your mommy's voice louder than your voice? Why is this thing? Anyhow, now that we are saying talk now, who did it? At least in one place that you cannot bully me is outside. Thank you. Okay. I think we're good. They talk to the nano. What is freedom to you? Unlimited TV, not being punished for your stupidity. Is it not doing homework? I ask again. What is freedom to you? What is freedom to you? For some, it is schooling far away from home. It's living life on your own. It is free money flexing or shaking your butt in a thong in Dubai. So I ask again, what is freedom to you? What is freedom to you? Freedom to 5-year-old me was being 25. Now I am 25 and I really just want to be 5. Don't ask me if I'm fine. I know that I'll ultimately thrive, that I'm in good hands, but there is nothing I wouldn't give for unshakable peace. There is nothing I wouldn't do to play without fear, to dream without boundaries, to be free as the air. So I ask, what is freedom to you? Tell me, what is freedom to you? You never know. Are you answering yourself? Okay, now, what?
Tell me who, tell me what, tell me why we fight the night. Tell me why, when we'll soon disappear. What is hope? Why do we cope? Why do we still do the most? Why run with no place to go?
Okay, in 1, 2, 3,
Freedom!
Hey! Come on, 1, 2, 3.
Freedom!
Come on, now tell me. Freedom, freedom. Maybe freedom is a fairy tale, a fantastical story believed by fanatical freeloaders. Maybe freedom is an ideal, something we strive for but might never attain. Maybe freedom is fickle, finicky, like unfulfilled promises of bad contracts, like what you ordered versus what you got. Tell me, so why is freedom so important to you? When it isn't free in the first place, like birds bound to gravity and man to his humanity. Yes, we have the control, save for the way that we react. We are less prominent than particles of dust in the grand scheme of space and time. We are infinitesimal, no life but that derived from the sun. We can photosynthesize meaning. We can change the weather. We are a little more than powerless. But maybe this is freedom. That kids don't rely on their strength. They thrive by giving up control. Maybe freedom isn't playing God. Maybe it is surrendering control and just breathing. Maybe freedom is surrendering control and breathing. I would love for you to take a deep breath. Don't that feel good? Eh. 1, 2, Tell me who,
Tell me what, tell me why we fight the night. Tell me why when we'll soon disappear. What is hope? Why we cope? Why do we still do the most? Why run with no place to go? Freedom!
Okay, so yeah, I lived up to the promise of it being the most depressing song. Uh, but I guess it's one of those things you never really notice. Um, I guess one of the things I'm trying to do, I think growing up in school, like if you were in school with me, you know I sang, right? But coming out of school, I don't think many people know I sing. I think, well, not many people know I do sing. See, I'm still kicking. Yes. Courage asked me this morning if I still do sing, right? And I've been having fun with poetry recently. Um, I think, like I said earlier on, I want to do something with the art. I want to make it something that you could enjoy listening to, something that you want to replay because there is something that holds you in. And one part of it that has just been coming to me has been the music part, and it's like, okay, guy, you need to remove the cobweb in your voice box because because we have to sing this thing. um, there are still amazing stuff lined up. Today there's somebody very special in the house who is going to give us, superhero poetry. When you see him, you know. When you see him, you'll know. You understand why we call it superhero poetry. But this goes to this part of the idea that the more we grow up, the more we have realistic dreams. Toby, you're feeling me now. The more you grow, the more you seem to have more realistic dreams. The more everybody's telling you, you know what, you need to calm down small. You need to be more reasonable. You're not a child anymore, so you have to do these things. And what that does is that when we grow, we just grow up with so many wasted dreams, right? Like somebody said, the graveyard is the richest place in the world, right? Because so many beautiful dreams died because of adulthood. Um, so no, well, you can say whatever you want to say. It can be school, it can be adulthood, but yeah, it's the way we have been conditioned in that sense that when you grow up, you know that you're giving up a lot of things. And I'm not saying that everything in life is sacrifice, right? Like you have to trade one or two things to get something, right? But I think at this part, I just want to invite you to dream. And what is better than the ultimate dream fantasy of being a superhero? So, who told you poetry can't save the world, right? Okay. Shema, you can stand up. You can stand up. I know you like the chair, but you cannot take it. So let's welcome Freak 2 to the building. Okay, sorry, to the mic, please. I've been kicking myself in the mouth, so please don't do that. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Mison for the privilege to be here and to share these amazing moments with you all. I mean, we've spent like a few minutes here, and I'm having the time of my life for real. I'm a lover of poetry. I'm a lover of the arts. I love experimental stuff, and these are the conversations that I have with Mison. Like, is it good? It's good. Okay. And yeah, there was a time we met at this event. Yes, and we were at the bus stop. We were supposed to leave, and we just started talking about transmedia storytelling. And I think we spent 2 hours, and we didn't know it was dark already. So, is it good? Okay. So, like, I enjoy moments like this, and I want to say a big thank you to Mason and for all of you. And Treasure TDK, your poems were amazing. I mean, is this? Yeah, I mean, before she mentioned woman, I don't know, I knew she was talking about femininity. At the time, I thought she was talking about, sex, but, yeah. Yeah, but then it was femininity, and there was this line she said, I've seen you dance to the tune of Free Will and Cave in Surrender. I got it right. That's the show that I was following. Wonderful. It's not, no, wait. It's not the fact that I remember, it's the fact that she said something so memorable. Yes. It's not the fact that I remember, but the fact. All right, she said, "Woman, I've seen you dance to the tune of Free Will and Cave in Surrender." It's just very beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. All right, so and then of course, Misa is Misa. I mean, I like the fusion of. I like the fusion of this. How do I classify the music? Lovely. I mean, it's something I've always been dreaming about. It's even why I stopped doing poetry, because, I mean, whenever I see poets, we do our thing. I'm like, the thing we do, we're still doing it for fellow poets or fellow nerdy people. Let's break out, and that's what Mason is doing here. I mean, anyone can listen to these pieces today and can replay it. So what's the essence of doing poetry that won't break out of, yes, poet circles, and so I would like us to really clap for him for that. Amazing. All right, so I know that you guys are wondering why all this, the mask, and a part of it looks scary, and Okay, so the reason I have the mask on, I think Misan caught the idea behind it. As a child, I was blessed with this crazy imagination, and so I had this best friend in primary school, primary 2, 3, Ololade, and the way we vibed was that we were telling ourselves lies, but we told them in a way that it was so believable. I mean, lies like our toys came alive and were communicating with us. Now, I'll come to school and, Lola, did you know that my toy car started speaking to me? I'll be like, really? My awesome man did this. We knew that we were, of course, lying, but the way we told them to ourselves, told those stories, it was so good a story that I wanted to believe that what he was saying was true. I'm not faking it. Like, in fact, there was a time I started dreaming about the things he was saying. I mean, so we were that crazy as kids. Yeah. And so it morphed into us believing that we could be superheroes. We wanted to be superheroes. I started making masks before I was a teenager. Yeah, because I was just crazy about being Spider-Man, Batman. Yeah, I made this. Yeah. In high school, I made a glove that could electrocute, but it wasn't that effective, But we just wanted to do stuff, So when we got to JSS3, that point of transition to SS1, we were doing a bit of physics and all the subjects to know which you'd pick. We had a conversation. I and my best friend, Great Morgan. He was also the superhero wannabe freak and all that. So we had a conversation with our physics teacher, and that was where, our hearts started breaking. So we told him, we told him about comic books and, Batman. We want to make, inventions and some of this superhero stuff. We were really glad, and we were like, we want to go to science class because we want to make these things possible. And he told us these things can only be possible in the comic books. And, that broke our heart. But we didn't stop. That was when we stopped, personalizing the superhero thing, and we started making comic book stories because we felt, okay, since you are saying we can only make this thing possible in the realm of comic book stories, then So we went into comics in high school. We're making comics for our classmates, So basically, that's the origin of this craziness you see, right? Growing older, I discovered, okay, if this thing is not, really possible, if these dreams of childhood, are you following me? Yeah, if this, childhood dreams, if it looks like, adulthood isn't making it possible, then we can just, put it in the realm of entertainment and, do a bit of superhero poetry. So that's it. So to my piece, this piece is titled We the Dreamers. We the Dreamers. So I'm just going to go right into it. Are you all listening? Yeah. All right, so let's go. So this piece is dedicated to children in adult bodies like me. Those who are not afraid of nightmares, so we dare to shut our eyes to things seen. Those of us who hear voices crying out in the wilderness of our thoughts, and from the chaos of our meditations we seek a new order for the world. And so we take the plunge from the edge of reality, exploring and laying claims on forms beyond present space and time. We emasculate ourselves from the obvious that we may penetrate the unseen. We send in resignation letters to the present that we may become shareholders of the future. We who are not afraid of nightmares, so we dare to shut our eyes to things seen. We the dreamers. Those of us whom the world calls crazy, because we're found often talking to ourselves. We're those who jilt society, eloping on a journey of monologues, then resurface as prodigals, defying the hallowed gods of the status quo, shattering stone tablets of convention wherever we go. Yes, we are the ones. Misunderstood and resisted by a system that sees us as insurgents, insulted and threatened by rebellion to conformity. They say that we seek to turn the world upside down, so we experience the uproar of the wrath of gravity, and then we are criminalized and ostracized for our convictions. The worldview challenges our visions, calling us brainwashed, fanatical, schizophrenic madmen. By conspiracies through the megaphones of propaganda, daily we fight against challenges, vying for our resources and reputations, but we press on, knowing that all these opposition didn't come for our oppression, they came for our convictions. Because our convictions are the detonators for a big bang of a brave new world. A world where all of humanity is free. Free to think, free to speak, and free to be. A world where peace is a constant symphony and insecurity an echo that no longer rings. A world of beauty without the burden of the beast. Where education gives birth to nonconformists. Where learned men solve real problems. Where war does not wear religion and love unveils oneness. A world where every soul is on an inspired journey, arriving the destination as citizens of imagination, enjoying the fundamental rights of divinity. A world where man is not limited by false perceptions of self. A world where Satan isn't God. Terrorists we adopt for our convictions. They are the detonators for a big bang, ushering such a brave new world. And so the principles of this world stand poised to pull strings, machinating against our dreams. Because our dreams are humanity's elevators into attitudes that reach for altitudes of greatness. So when the war of ideologies from our world lays siege against the freedom of our imaginations and puts a dent on the hammer of our reputations and tags us as an amalgam of raw straw and dud mud, we owe our identity to the light, pure and undefiled, because from the furnace of adversity, novelty is born. And so we will not chicken out or cower in, We will not stay down or give up. We stay in and we scream as we give one more push in the labor room of contrivance. One more sleepless night in the refinery of our daydreams. We take one more step. We send one more letter. Code one more program. Teach one more student. Shoot one more video. Write one more business plan. One more manifesto. One more election. One more song. We preach one more sermon. Save one more soul and dream one more dream. Again and again, we don't stop. This soul-star world seeks to dampen the fire of our passion, but our dreaming, like a phoenix, rises still because we know the gold is tested in fire and diamond is cold flame. Joseph was betrayed for his dreams. Mother Teresa gave everything for our dreams. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated for his dreams. Nelson Mandela was denied freedom for his dreams. Abraham Rowland was defamed for his dreams, and even Jesus had to die for his dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt, it was who said it best. The future belongs to those children who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So this speech is dedicated to children in adult bodies like me. Those who are not afraid of nightmares, so we dare to shut our eyes to things seen and dreaming. For more than we are offered by the status quo, we find that the sky is not a limit to those who fly without wings. Thank you.
Oh yeah, last one, come outside. Now you be children's. Come outside. Hey, you did not see what just happened. Close your eye. Okay. So I met Freak too, right? At this there's this poetry thing I used to go for. If you know me now, I like to talk. So this is. No. I know some of you are really shocked and surprised. You know, I'm a very quiet person. There are people. I wish Ifeanyi was here. I'll name call, so that maybe when we are doing a version 2, a bigger, better version 2, right? You will see some of the things. There are people that just call out of the blue, right? And just say, oh, this is what I'm thinking. And I know I can't tell everybody this, right? Because for some of the things I have planned, some people don't even know you exist. Photographer knows. Eh? God's will. No, they hide. I think there's one thing that if you're ever around me, you will hear tall dreams. You would hear a lot. You will hear how, I want to do this one, no, but I've not finished this one. So you will hear a lot. And so this is a poem. Also for dreamers, right? Because like I told you, we're telling this story backwards. And I'm inviting you to enjoy this one. So if I say, DJ, let's hit it, but it's not here like that. Shema, you have anything to say? No, it's not like I'm the only person that talk in the house. By the way, my brother is in, but you will not even know. Okay, so show you. Okay, so I think Dreamland. Okay, so oh God, I love this song. And come in, please, can we pause small? Oh, I love this poem, and I don't really know how to call it. And a little backstory is that it wasn't supposed to be anything. It was supposed to be filler because for this project I'm working on, it was supposed to be, I knew what the beginning, the middle, and end should be. I did not know what the filler should be. So I started writing filler. So I did not feel it. I did not feel it at all. And my producer, who is not here, I was like, guy, we need to churn this thing out. Oh. Time done the reach. He said, well, I don't tire. Come back tomorrow. I say, which guy tomorrow? And in that moment, he just starts playing something. And in the moment it hits me, this was the perfect thing for this poem. This is what I've been waiting for. And I did not know. This was what the poem needed and did not know. And I feel like sometimes creativity is like that. Every poet, every writer, every photographer, there's one day you were just walking on the road and something just hits you, and then you saw something. You understand? You understand? It has not hit you before. Don't worry. You'll be walking on the road one day. It will hit you. I promise you that. But it just hit me that this was what this is. And I think we are good to start. I think we are good to go for Dreamland. Clear your vocal cord. Mic check.
Mic check. Hi.
2-1. No. 2-1 na CGPA. Yes, we're good. Some nights I dream of simpler days, Saturday morning cartoons, street soccer in summer, climbing mango trees for fun, and racing through the streets in glee. Some days I wish for cooler nights, for dreams bigger than my fears, for the boldness of an experience, for the innocence of childhood, for the faith of a mustard seed. Because one thing I know is this adulting isn't as seen on TV. There is no wisdom in my molars. Afros don't equate to sense. I have never been more unsure than when I should know the most. And this is not what I signed up for. And yet I can't shake this feeling that this is not pointless, that the pain of teething was to bear stronger teeth, that the world can be carried on the shoulders of a boy. And I guess I should man up and grow. And no,
Get lost in the daydream. Let your mind start to wander. They could say that you lost your mind, but you're staying here in dreamland.
hey,
Get lost in the daydream. Let your mind start to wander. They could say that you lost your mind, but you're staying here in dreamland.
So, some days I can dream of simpler days. Playing in the rain, jumping into puddles, catching grasshoppers, enjoying all that life has to offer. A restlessly wide-eyed boy. And here I am, wishing that the child doesn't get lost in the man, as he learns that we are called to childlikeness. So be a piece of heaven in a world that is hell-bent on murdering the kids in us. So I say, play in the rain, don't run away from bouncy castles. There is so much to build in the air. Don't fight to always be on ground. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't be afraid to make back jokes, especially when life feels like one. Just breathe. Take time away. Cause you never lost your wings. You just left them in dreamland.
You're lost in the daydream. Let your mind start to wander. They can say that you lost your mind, but we're staying here in dreamland.
Come on, like,
Get lost in the daydream. Let your mind start to wander. They can say that you lost your mind,
but you're staying here in dreamland. Come on, can we go like, come on, hey. Oh, hey, they could say that you lost your mind, but we're staying here in dreamland. Can we go? Come on, like, get lost in the daydream.
let your mind start to wander. They could say that
like,
Get lost in a daydream.
let your mind start to wander. They could say that you lost your mind, but you're staying here in dreamland. Oh, but you're
Staying
staying
here in dreamland. But you're staying here in dreamland. But you're staying here in dreamland.
Oh, but
But
you're
you're staying here in dreamland.
okay. This turned out to be one of my favorite poems. I'm not even going to lie.
Me
But right about now, there is somebody I want to bring up to stage, right? He probably doesn't know he's coming up on stage now because for some reason, right, program did not go to plan, right? And some people I really love to come for unforeseen reasons could not make it. So it's with great sadness. But it's with great joy to bring. I did actually. Okay, let me even tell you this thing. Let me confess. I was wondering if I should hit him up, right? And like, oh, there's something I have. Where it's like low key. Where I'm not me. If you know me, if you're in my team, God will know. Moses is not here, but you know. This is how I come to meet them. I'm like, guy, I have this idea. I don't know how it will go, but let's see how it goes. And we start working from there. And so I'm like, this idea isn't fully fledged. I literally came up with the name UnGrowing in a wedding. So I'm awkward at weddings. And they were dancing. Like, bride and groom were dancing. And I'm like, oh God, I feel so awkward. Oh, UnGrowing. Oh yeah, that's a good name. Like, so I leave the reception, right? And I'm like, oh, UnGrowing. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then I came to church. It was Saturday. It was evening. I met God's Will. That's the photographer, if you don't know. I don't know if you take a shot of God's Will. But I talked to him. I talked to Moses. I talked to certain other people. And they're like, UnGrowing. Okay, so it's like growing backwards. Okay, so we do everything backwards. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's making sense. It's making sense. Let me start doing. I think the next Saturday I called Freak Show. Right? Yeah, I'm getting it. Freak Show 2. Freak 2, right now. So, you know. It's a new thing. Correct that. Freak 2. It's a new thing. I'm getting used to it. We literally resurrected some people back into poetry for this. And I was a little nervous. So I'm calling peace and I'm like, I kind of like want Toby on this, but I'm not sure if it will be chance because, we are still upcoming artists. Don't mind me. And then I hit him up and he's like, oh yeah. And it's somebody, if you're in the poetry space from somewhere, you'd have heard Toby. So I'm glad you're really here. I'd love to hear one story like that and then, have your fun. So let's welcome to stage. Shemami, you can just walk small. Let me oppress you now that you're here. You can just walk small. Then we'll not do this thing. So let's welcome to stage Toby Tone.
I knew it had to be you. I knew it had to be you. Miss Ann, thank you for having me. I thought we already moved. So I'm actually happy to be here. I was saying it to myself on my way to this place. I was just thinking, I'm like, I think I texted you, and then I don't remember what led me to that thought, but I'm like, Mason is creative, right? Mason is actually very creative, right? I think I was thinking about the event and like the theme again, and what you sent me. I'm like, yo, like, Mason is creative, and it's not something that you see everywhere, even amongst people who are, creating art. Right, like, there are templates, and so there are things people would just do, and it's like, oh, that sounds nice, oh, that looks nice, but like, when you hear or see something that is creative, right? Like you feel it. And I feel like that's what Miss Anne has. And Freak too. I didn't hear your piece from beginning to like, but the one I caught on was really nice. And so I feel like this is a beautiful gathering. I like what Freak 2 said about breaking out, right? I think we had that conversation when you were working on the EP about how, I mean, like whatever it is that you're doing, poetry, music, anything, like there's always more, right? And there's always something to do that nobody's doing right now, right? That that is an advantage for you, but then it's also something new for the world, right? It's something new for me if you create something that I haven't seen before. It's something new for me if, you do something differently from what I'm used to, right? And so I believe that everybody here is, I don't know, in some way, doing something, right? That, let me just put a full stop to that. But my name is Tobitong. I'm a rapper, poet, and an occasional singer. And I usually introduce myself with rap. I hope it's fine to do some rap. All right now. So rap to me is everything that's hidden must be said. Double check it, triple check it before it gets into your head. Rap is revelation and most people barely get it. There's a home for every listener, but rap is so pathetic. Being a rapper is contagious. There's a certain confidence that's stemming off the stages. There's a kind of skill makes you feel like I'm invincible. Like if you come at me, I'll spill your guts on written pages, Lori, raw. But check it, it's translucent. So rap is still a tool more often the God uses. And rap is kind of like Judas. But rap will not betray you if it's letting out Jesus. Point. Maybe I don't need to complicate the fact that being a rebel, it comes with the devil. Couple nights I barely sleep. Thoughts are digging in me deep. I hate to worry. But if faith and pain can make my savior weep, then who am I? I recognize my status. I know what it takes to be. A soldier must fight. A soldier gonna fight. But soldiers are rare, you see. The pictures aside, I'm focused on side. I'm focused on hiding till I'm alright. I'm focused on work. I'm focused on perks. I'll never give up. I'm focused on flying. Aerial view. Walking on stadium pews. Told me this life don't come so easy and busy paying my dues. Take a breather, make believe. Not a parent, but take a leap. Last verse. Is that fine? It takes a quiet man, loud mind to contain truth. Einstein, Jesus Christ, who do you choose? Do these daily life challenges ever get you so confused? It's not enough to be a rapper. Who am I outside the booth? Who are you outside the churches when temptations come for you? Hate the sin, but love the sinner. Do you even love you? Guilt tripping every time that you fall, nobody's innocent. Jesus being nailed to the cross is still the evidence. Why do we complain? Tell me, why do you worry? You know you did it wrong, but why so hard to say you're sorry? Dying is not a joke, yet living is not funny. Why is it so hard to get that money? I've been thinking about me lately. Well, isn't that crazy? Is that selfishness? Because how can I deny saving? Speak the truth to people, yet live lies daily? I don't know. I'm just trying to be a better man because I still believe in dreams, even though I'm really never slipping. They expect that I should walk on water, but I'm limping. I hate the segregation, hate the competition. Maybe I can still be heard among the population. I'm the opposite of everything all of these rappers spit. I'm different and I'm saying it strictly with confidence. I've been through the turbulence. Now I got an audience. All I gotta say is you better believe in holiness. So back to the story, back without a recognition. Even I didn't know me, used to drown in my emotions. Dad was in the ground. I know the God took him. Saddest part of it is that I really never knew him, but now I look back at it. Mama ain't the same, and so I do this for her. My brother's in the game. This ain't just about me. I'm saying this thing again. The family tree's falling. I'm trying to root to the game. Thank you. So back down to poetry. Not back down. Why did I say that? No. On to poetry. What did he say? Yeah. All right, let's do this. The family trees. Okay. Oh yeah. I sure I don't have to go from the beginning. Takes a quiet man, loud man. Still believe in dreams, even though I'm really never sleeping. They expect that I should walk on water, but I'm limping. I hate the segregation, hate the competition. It takes a quiet man, loud man. But let me think. Give me a second. Um, okay, yeah. So it takes a quiet man, loud mind to contain truth. Einstein, Jesus Christ, who do you choose? Do these daily life challenges ever get you so confused? It's not enough to be a rapper. Who am I outside the booth? Who are you outside the churches when temptations? Is that it? When temptations come for you, hate the sin but love the sinner. Do you even love you? Guilt tripping every time that you fall. Nobody's innocent. Jesus being nailed to the cross is still the evidence. Why do we complain? Tell me, why do you worry? You know you did it wrong, but why is it so hard to say you're sorry? Dying is not a joke, yet living is not funny. Why is it so hard to get that money? I've been thinking about me lately. Isn't that crazy? Is that selfishness? Because how can I deny saving? Speak the truth to people, yet live lies daily? I don't know. I'm just trying to be a better man. Full stop. Thank you guys. So I'll be doing two pieces. One is titled "Don't Get Lost," and the other one is titled "Cycles Roller Coaster." So better days are coming. Let me wait for them. I'm waiting for you guys. So better days are coming. And I hope they meet your hands stretched out. I hope they find your eyes open, heart still ready to go again, no matter how many times you've argued with failure. I pray they find you running, with a face decorated with smiles, because you've held on to every moment like it was your last. I pray they don't have to knock, because you stayed open to possibilities. I pray that when the devil comes with a proposal, a well-presented document of whys and what-ifs, I pray you learn to feel the wind, to raise your head to the sky. I pray you remember the use of knees when life knocks you to the ground. I pray that you haven't cursed God, that you haven't tasted fruits from the enemy's trees, that you haven't walked hand in hand with temporary bliss. I pray you stayed patient and spent your waiting days developing self. Better days are coming, and I hope they recognize you. The same person whose eyes were lit up at the idea of life, whose desire to explore the world came from a silly painting on the bedroom wall. I pray they find you also searching. I know that life has been forcing you to quit, telling you stories that are actually legit. Comparisons, doubts, fears. I know you've lost strength a million times and more, but better days are coming. Check. Better days are coming. I really just hope that they find you. Thank you. Yeah, there's one more. So, it wasn't that long ago I danced, fit diving through the petrichor of rain, smiles holding onto my face as I sat, eyes closed on my childhood roller coaster at ease and unashamed. It wasn't that long ago I cried. My biggest desire was a bike, a drawing pad, or some video game I never got to have. It wasn't that long ago when comfort was my mother's arms in a different language, and doubt was just a myth. And church to me was primary school assemblies. I've always had questions laying at the tip of my tongue, unasked, unanswered. Like, what do babies think about? I've always worn my words like arrows and medieval quivers, laid back, but danger ready, like arrows and medieval quivers. When I turned 24, I buried my questions. I looked in my baby cousin's eyes. He looked back with a question. Unasked, unanswered, he smiled, very unaware. He knows not that I used to be him, and I know now that he knows not any fear. Thank you.
Eh? That's really cool. Oh, that's no. If it's cold now, if it's okay. And yeah, I know I'm old school, low key. My childhood was like 1996 to 2000 and something. So, no, I'm not very. I beg, no even talk that. Oh boy, me a young go. So this one is behind the scenes, right? But can we get that? The keyboard. We go run something. So there's somebody very special. No, no talk. I did not say anything. Okay. So please, I'll just like camera to be mounted to. Voila for team member we know we they talk about too, without checking program. Okay. So she'll be there. Yeah. Special somebody, are you ready?
I have name now.
Okay. I don't call you by your name, so.
But like introduce.
Okay,
me.
so
introduce everybody.
Introduce. Say okay. You say I should introduce you. You're the one that asked for this.
Don't
I was
lie.
on my own.
Okay.
She said she want to talk. I say, oh yeah, talk. But now she said I should introduce her. Okay, so one day like this,
No,
Where my brother Asapolu, we were on the mission from the Lord.
No.
We were on the mission from the Lord.
This was not.
It was Benin. Oh God, I schooled in Benin. Hot sun. You know how Sunday sun is hot. You know Sunday, there's a special sun for Sunday. That's what they call on Sunday. We were doing the work of the Lord. I just saw somebody catwalking. I say, Lord, is this? Show me a sign. He just walker, the same. What are we calling? The same. What do they call it? Department. I say, Lord, this is a sign. I say, let me go and talk. It was even walking fast, and I like walking fast. If you know me, I like walking fast. That was your spec. Yeah, on the road, we are walking together, and I don't know. There was this Bovi skit, where Basket Mount was trying to get one girl. And then he was trying everything. Then Bovi was shown on the TV. He was spoiling. I don't know if you watched it. So, me now, as a spiritual brother, I will not get line. I can't tell and say, I bring you good news from the Most High. Not be lie. I don't lie. True to God. I don't lie. I dey invite and call church. It's from the Most High. But as you say, I should talk now. Don't talk.
See, when I said introduce me, right?
Okay,
it was
okay,
like
okay.
Poet, Abi.
Okay, no problem. No, I will do that one. You know, you have to specialize somebody. They have to have full back. I give everybody backstory now.
It's not correct.
Okay. Sorry. I'm the one telling this story. You can talk your own story when it's this day. But I want to introduce you to the person who doesn't always understand my craziness, but is full on with me.
Excuse me.
The person that if I don't overshoot, I think we all have to have that side. Sometimes you can be too creative and you miss the business or the more technical sides to it. And as much as she's creative, I think she has that balance, right, of having like the perspective of, okay, this is what we are going to do. For this project, she was the one that started me on the project management part. I did not know. Well, I was just shooting on all cylinders.
Enough plan.
She drew something up. And, well, I would tell her to do the part 2 now.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Mr. still didn't do what I asked him to do. My name is Peace. I think he's assuming that everybody here knows.
Oh, yes, her name is Peace.
But yes, my name is Peace. I am a lot of things, I guess. Right now, I'm just somebody who works 24/7. My phone is literally on airplane mode because I'm escaping from responsibilities. But I am really happy to be here. I didn't even know I was going to be here until like yesterday. I'm a pastor's child, and my mom has something going on in church right now, and she was like, "I'm not releasing you," and so I didn't push it, and I went for a company retreat, and I came back, and then she was like, "Oh, so when you're going?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't ask her when her mind changed. I just took it and ran with it. I literally ran out of my house before she changed her mind. So I have dabbled in a lot of things. I'm going to be singing today. I used to do poetry. The only time I do poetry now is in my church because apparently that's what I'm known for. I don't know who gave them that revelation. But I'm going to be doing 2 songs. One is one that I literally completed this morning because I'm a procrastinator. And the other one is one I wrote with this man over there. So we'll definitely be doing that one together. I don't know how to do romantic things. So like since it's UnGrowing, I'm going to show you like who I am now as opposed to who I was before. Who I was before has never written a love poem. I write a lot, and everything is about sadness and despair and depression. Yeah, I've never like written anything romantic. He would write all these romantic things, and I'm just like, are the two of us not creatives? He would do happy birthday, and I'll feel outshined, outshone, and I'll be thinking like, right? Because I don't know how to do all those things. But so this is like my one in like 7 years attempt at romance, I guess.
God, do I know?
I hope I hope my mom is not watching. Okay. The song does not have a title. I don't really think about the love songs. I only write about despair. I don't really care about tomorrow. All I really know is I want you there. I want you there. I want you there. I may never write another love song. This tiny one would have to do.
I collect more. I like to collect more.
I may never care about the future. I may never really see it through, but I want you there. I want you there. I see my future in the eyes of the man with the smile. I see tomorrow as I melt at the look in his eye. I know my past can haunt my future, but as long as you are near, I want you there. I want you there. I want you there for my past, my present, my future. I want you there. I want you there.
This air is suffocating.
Nobody's ever going to hear it again.
This is special.
Okay.
Okay.
The second song, please. So like you said, we went to the same church. He invited me. He did not tell the full story, but I don't want to disgrace him because today's his day. But just know that it's not him that toasted me.
We know. No, I don't know.
No, it was. I saw you as a human being. I did not see you as bread. That's why.
He keeps saying all these things as if when he saw me, just knew. He don't know anything.
Hey!
Thank you. Mom.
He had evangelism quota to fill. He needed to say, okay, this is the soul I brought to church today. Fortunately for him, myself, I wanted to go to church that day. And so God just do him.
Oh my! He won the soul for Christ. I also brought his
Sorry to. Why you there when they talk the story? Why you there when they talk the story?
Mr. always.
So,
Mr. talks about it as if. You see, the person that can tell you the most impartial version of this story is this man. Because emotions are not involved.
they said,
There were two actually that came to preach, and I snubbed one, and I not snubbed the other one. Hey, wait, it's my moment.
Hey!
You have been talking since.
It's Toby. It's on Toby's behalf. It's not me.
Okay.
This is very good.
Yes.
I want to hear the full story.
Okay.
Anyway, so I have to go. This was really nice. I have to be somewhere else. My handle is MRTOBITOUN. In case you,
We are following you. Don't worry.
In case you think that was good, and you want to see
So much more great stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll put all the handles and everything, right? Okay.
So we're not going to I think maybe after this we'll have a special session where Pastor Sop will just sit down and talk and tell the audience the truth. Yes, please, because he's the only one that can say the truth.
No, you will say it after you put the remaining 10 liters of diesel in the fuel. So in the gen. So thank you very much.
So the second song.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We wrote it together. Actually, let me not say we wrote it together. I wrote the song, Sha. But he contributed verse.
Yes,
so that is why
verse.
he's singing. If not, we would have just sat down. But this one is not romantic. It's about Jesus.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we are all Jesus children in this place.
Okay.
Please, who is single here? You're not supposed to be here. If you are single, please just wear your shoe and be going.
Don't pursue anybody. No. Our photographer will go.
Okay. This song also does not have
availability.
This song was never titled either, so maybe at the end you guys will title it. That would be great. How do you see me? You look right past my imperfections, feel me. You know me. How could you love me? I have cuts and bruises, I am bleeding. Still you hold me. They say your love was like fire, like fireflies dancing the night inspired, like the stars that hang up in the sky beautifying. It warms my heart just to be loved by you. They say your love was like rivers, flowing through and through. It brings refreshing, yeah, like the blood that flows through my veins. You feel me. It satisfies to be loved by you. How how do you see me? Look right past my imperfections, feel me. You know me, how could you love me? I have cuts and bruises, I am bleeding, still you hold me. And time and space can't contain your love. Your mountain moved and the earth you shook. In search of me, you risked everything to run right to me. And time and space can't contain your love. You mountain moved and the earth you shook. In search of me, you risked everything to run right to me. You're right. I know that you see me. You look right past my imperfections. You feel me. You know me. And I know that you love me. I have cuts and bruises. I am bleeding. Still you hold me. In time and space. Time and space can't contain your love. Your mountain moved and the earth you shook. In search of me, you risked everything to run right to me. And time and space can't contain your love. Your mountain moved and the earth you shook. In search of me, you risked everything to run right to me. Thank you.
Oh God, you just disorganized everything.
Aw.
So this time, Shemami, don't worry. This is kind of like the last thing. No, I'm catching my breath. um, um, and we're drawing to the end. And for the UnGrowing, the end is actually the beginning. Oh, at this point in time, it is even before the beginning. And yeah, and that is what I want to bring to you today. As we round up, I hope you guys have had fun. Yeah, firstborn, based on UnGrowing matter, firstborn, consider everything will be sent to you shortly. I can't really put into words what you guys being here means to me. So for a poet, right, I get tongue-tied a lot. I'll tell you a very funny story. So when I was doing my job interview, my boss was asking me questions, or my boss-to-be, that is not my boss, was asking me questions. And I was stumbling over my words. It was like, gosh, you can't be a good salesman. And in the middle of everything, I said, you know what? I'm better at writing. I'm better at conveying my thoughts by writing. I really do appreciate everyone for coming here, for sitting on the mat, for lying down. We love it. For you have a commemorative balloon if you want. For being here. It really means so much. And as we wrap up with the beginning, I would love for you to enjoy this. So I'm coming. Yeah, we can. Huh? When I'm born. Yeah, birth. It will put you at something like birth. That's how my producer works. Okay. Before this thing comes on, how many of you have enjoyed today? I feel like birth suddenly felt like okay. You remember this thing now, because even myself I did forget that. No, you know we are the wing you. We are not winging anything. No. Up and down we go, back and forth we go. Oh God, I'm even horrible at it, and it came from my mind. So just look out for the album. The album will be out. the UnGrowing album will be out first or second week of which month are we? October of November, and you will hear everything plus more that we haven't even. You don't know. You are going to. This is just sneak peek. Of this a sneak peek. Imagine what the repeat will be inside. I beg, made a no do copyright infringement. I beg, made a no strike this video down. Thank you very much. So, are we good? When I'm Born. That's the title. When I am born, it will be to the sound of teardrops, of frantic calls, of beautiful pain, of painful joy when I am born. It will be to the melody of wailing. With closed eyes blinded in awe, it will be greeted with an overload of emotions, swept away by a flood of sweet tears for the simple fact that I have been born. When I am born.
Up and down we go, back and forth we go. Close your eyes and see the rebirth begins.
Come on, if you can repeat like
up and down we go, back and forth we go. Close your eyes and see
the rebirth begins. Yeah. When I am born, I will be clothed in nakedness, wrapped in foreign dreams. My smile will be a piggy bank of my parents' expectations. My frail body will be a cross. My wails will be redemption, because some of their dreams died to birth me. When I am born, everything will be new, yet bearing the weight of the ages, for nothing is really new. We are just a remix of old jeans, wearing a fresh pair of eyes, an open mouth, and rebirth. We are just a fresh pair of eyes, an open mind, and rebirth.
Up and down we go, back and forth we go. Close your eyes and see the rebirth begin.
Come on, come on, come on.
Up and down we go, back and forth we go.
Close your eyes and see the rebirth begin. And if I was the director, I'd have said cut, but there's no cut. So we have come to the end of the, should we say, to the beginning of the UnGrowing. To the beginning of the UnGrowing! Come on! To the beginning! Come on!
I have a suggestion. Since I came, Miss Sam, by the way, well done. All of us have been doing like grown-up people. Yes, all of us. So me and this young man, we're playing bolo bolo. Yes.
So
I have a suggestion. If we can all just play bolo bolo for like 5 minutes, I will do a video. Yes. And
Okay.
Yes, that's
okay. So I think that can surely be going on in the background while we are kind of like wrapping up. But if I haven't said that again, oh yes, Pastor Sop is also. Well, Pastor Sop can be telling us the story. He doesn't need to go on air. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to go on air.
8 months ago.
It's video evidence.
Video evidence. Don't worry. But I really just want to thank you all for the time, for the resources, for everything you did. I hope you had fun.
Yeah,
Yes. No, I'm done. No.
okay, no problem.
Okay. Okay, no, that one can be taken in listening. So, have a great day, everybody, or enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you. You guys.
Sorry. Are you I feel like I'm enjoying this too much. But I don't care.